there. Welcome. You are here because you want to learn how to use AI to help you save 10, 20, 30, sometimes hours each week in your business, while also maintaining your brilliant, unique, authentic, fucking bomb ass voice in the process. So, hi, I'm Diamando. Thank you for being here. I am an intuitive business coach. A lot of people call me the AI lady, which is something I really hated because, like many of you, I was not always such a huge fan of AI, and I am certainly not a fan of the way that most people are using AI. So, we're going to talk about some different ways of using AI that will also save you time and make you money, which is hello, you're an entrepreneur. You need those things because you're already doing so well in your business. And wouldn't it be nice to have even more? Yeah, this is for those of you who have, and you're great and you're happy. And also, there's room for more because there's always room for more. And I'm not saying like it's not enough and you need to diminish yourself. No, it's enough and also more. So we're here to get more and have it be easier. The way I use AI is accessible for all learning styles. This is AI for people who are like, if you put a fucking content prompt in front of me, I'm gonna fucking close the screen on your face. And it's also AI for people who are like, give me all of the prompts and let my intuition choose. This is AI for people who are already playing with AI. This is AI for people who are like, AI scares the fuck out of me. This is AI for you. If you are running a business, if you want to have greater impact, you're going to wake up a year from now and you're going to be like, holy motherfucking shit, I have a year's worth of content. And I feel so free and open to know that, like, when the inspiration strikes, which it's striking all the fucking time now since I worked with you, Diamando, that I can post even more. Or I can not post. I went on vacation, Diamando. I went on 4 vacations this year and I had so much stuff in my content bank that I didn't even worry about my business. I handed everything off to my team. They know my voice so clearly now because of the work that we have done together that I can actually sit back and enjoy a beverage by the pool. I can be in the Mediterranean with you, by the way, content creation retreat in October of 2025 in Greece. A year from now, don't you want to be celebrating all of the time that you've saved and all of the things that you've accomplished and done because of that? And then, as a fucking awesome bonus, all the money that's in your bank account. So, a little bit about me. I have been working with AI for marketing and content creation for a little over 2 years. So when I first started doing it, I worked with a very broy coach, and I was like, I fucking hate AI. This is terrible. This is the worst. And because I am who I am, I was like, I can make this better. And so I spent the last kind of year and a half developing a new system to put an intuitive feminine twist into AI for marketing and content creation. And it worked for me, and it has worked for a few hundred people in the last 6 or so months. I have a Love Notes album on my phone with over 75 testimonials from the last 4 months of me working with people in groups, in webinars, in one on one content creation intensives. Like, I could read you all the testimonials, but the biggest testimonial is that I have 75 testimonials from the last 4 months from doing this work. So I am actually someone who has results. And some of the things that I have done are things that you're probably not even considering doing them because the conventional wisdom around how to use AI is ask it to give you a great hook, ask it to be your social media content manager, ask it to be your personal assistant, blah, 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 all of the things that do not work as effectively as what I do. What I'm going to ask you to do is trust your own story. And if you're like, speaking scares the hell out of me, great. Speaking on public spaces can be fucking scary. I get it. It's really just about practice. But what it's mostly about is trusting that as you speak, it doesn't matter what you're saying, because when you're connected to your message, which you are, when you know how you help people, which you do, and when you have an intention of this is the outcome that I need from the person across from me, which you have, everything works. No matter what you say, it's going to work because you're connected to those things. And when you're in your body and in your voice, it makes it land that much stronger. And when you have AI in your back pocket, you can magnify that and amplify that times 1,000. As somebody who is neurodivergent, writing isn't always my go-to. I like to be in movement. I'm a huge nature lover. I'd rather talk to a tree. You can create landing pages literally from speaking for 10 minutes about your program or product. The other one is like repurposing stuff and making it multi-beneficial. One thing should serve a whole bunch of different purposes. That's how you save time. That's how you save energy. And that's how you have the greatest impact. When you can take one thing, let's say a talking head reel, right? Like you speak for 90 seconds and you post it on Instagram. Okay, instead of having AI write your caption for that, which everyone is doing, why not continue the momentum that you were in when you were speaking? Talk to text your caption, take the transcript from the actual reel and your talk to text and put those into AI and have it come up with 20 Facebook posts, 30 bold one-liners, scripts for a bunch of other reels using B-roll and hooks on screen, blogs, newsletters, nurture sequences, so many things. But it's all about letting the cycle feed itself. And the other thing that I do with AI that maybe you're not doing is letting it be part of the conversation, not the whole conversation. So my approach is a lot about start the conversation really fucking far away from your computer screen, whatever that means to you. If you're a journaler, if you're a walker in nature, if you're I like to think while I'm in the shower, while I'm cleaning my apartment, trust yourself and your intuition, create content from that space. And that's 90% of the process is like doing what works for you to get the ideas going. And then the 10% of the process is like, all right, here's the transcript from that. How do I use AI to turn it into stuff? But that's still just part of the conversation. AI is going to shoot out stuff to you that's quite frankly fucking bullshit most of the time. Even if you've trained your chatbot, a lot of what comes out is going to be mediocre sometimes. What I mean to say is like ChatGPT is going to pop out something that either is going to be absolutely adequate to post because sometimes all you're looking for is adequate because you just want to show up. And if it's coming from your transcripts and from your voice, adequate is going to be better than 95% of the shit that's out there. But if you're looking to really refine something and have it land in a unique, embodied, this is 100% you speaking 100% to the people who need you content, if you're looking for that, then it's a back and forth conversation. ChatGPT is going to pop something out and you're going to look at it and you're going to think, this part lands, this part really doesn't. Okay, how do I clarify this part? You're going to walk away from your screen. You're going to get into your body and you are going to clarify that part. You're going to put the new transcript into ChatGPT with clarification. And there's a lot more nuance to this, right? But that's a way that you are not using ChatGPT right now. You are possibly thinking, this is the end and I'm stuck with it, which is why a lot of you are like, there's no way that AI can capture my voice. There's no way that a robot can do what I do. It's because you're not using it to its full capacity. And I do want to acknowledge its full capacity is actually really horrible for the environment, the energy usage, the social implications. I am somebody who is keenly aware of all of those things, and I still love AI. AI is not the enemy to me. The point is to use it intentionally. I have a dyslexic client who literally, since working with me, has created now 2 landing pages using the methods that I have taught her. Ideas she was sitting on, things that were not easily accessible to her before, are now pouring out of her. I have another client who is creating freebies like left and right whenever she feels a whim, and she's created so much stuff because it's so easy and it's all aligned and she's loving the process. And I have other clients who are just like, I've got this whole bank of content. That's why you're here. I've shown you a bunch of ways that AI can save you time, and in that time saving also have huge impact so that you convert more easily. Make sure you check your email for ask@golivespartan.com. That's how you got the link for this. There's going to be more resources that are going to come to you, and you want those things. But what you really want is to work with me. I know. You're like, oh, I knew there was a pitch coming. Of course, there was a pitch coming. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. You want to work with me. This is your chance to really get super connected to your voice. And maybe you're thinking like, I'm already connected to my voice. Great. You're exactly the person that I want, because when you're connected with your voice, you're going to move 1,000 times faster. When you're connected with your story, this is all going to be so much easier. And it's easier because you're going to have me in your back pocket, and you're going to have systems and techniques that you can do and that you can implement, and we're going to do them together, and there's some body doubling and there's some accountability. And that's what you need, because you are also probably somebody who's like, oh, I have so many YouTube videos that I could totally repurpose, but you're not doing that. Or you're like, oh, my emails are brilliant, I should totally turn them into content. And you're not doing that either. Or you're like, oh man, I could make a brilliant Oracle deck from all of these channeled messages that I've recorded, but you haven't done that yet either. And it's not because you are not capable of doing it, but it's because you don't have a container that's designed to have you do the things. So that's the container that I am offering. Yeah. So that's where you want to be, because it does get to be like that. I have clients who are in that space. And quite frankly, that's the space my business is in. I am my biggest success story. I was not somebody who would ever take a break, take a vacation. In fact, when I first started doing content creation intensives, I accidentally scheduled 9 of them when I was going to be on a pretty short vacation to Greece, a vacation that I booked last minute because I was like, look at this abundance rolling into my bank account. I'm going to celebrate. I remembered to celebrate, but I forgot to close off my calendar. And I worked, and it wasn't a restorative vacation. And so I learned a lesson from that. And I turned back to my systems and everything that I've taught myself. And a month later, I went on a vacation totally last minute. I had so much content ready to go. I had a brilliant, beautiful, non working vacation. That's somebody I was not before the way I use AI came into my life. So, yeah, if that's how you want to feel, then work with me. There is a very specific and fun invitation. I I know that you want to be there. And I also know that I am open to the conversation, and I would love to know, what's your biggest takeaway from being here with me for the last little bit? What are you most excited about? Because, yeah, I want you to work with me, but what I want most is to hear that you are like, oh, there's a different way that this can be done, and I am excited for it. That's what I want to hear. So find me on Instagram or TikTok at Go Live Spartan Business. Find me on Facebook, Diamando Stratakos. I want to hear from you. Yeah. Yeah. So AI, a different way. It will work because you are connected to who you are, what you do, how you help, and the intention for the person across from you. As long as you have those things, Your story will always land, and AI can make it louder and show up in more places.